into the microphone.
Huh?
Chicken sandwich.
Tip of the tongue.
Large Big Mac meal with fry and Diet
Big
Coke.
meal?
A
Big meal?
large order of fries, ice cold drink.
Wait,
And
did y'all get that
you know,
reference?
guys. Sorry,
Did
what?
y'all,
What?
did y'all get that reference, by the way? Tip of the
No.
tongue, teeth in the lips. No.
Tip the tongue, the teeth, the lip. That's
Wait,
a,
no,
that's a vocal
that's-
workout. That's a vocal.
Nope.
Who did that?
Nope.
Who did that?
My acting teacher.
Nope.
First week of
From a
school.
movie. It's from a good movie.
It's
That
from a
Cass, I'm
movie?
sure knows.
I'm gonna shoot straight. I'm gonna shoot.
Oh,
I'm gonna shoot straight. Wait, what was it, Cass?
Yeah, there it is.
Ah, I mean, it is also.
The
We had to use that shit. In
The
our
part when you
acting
said
training.
lips, I was like, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah.
Listen, guys, I gotta be honest with you.
Oh.
I'm gonna shoot straight. So you can see, I know how to shoot straight, as you can see right here. This is me shooting straight. If you can tell, I'm got accepted to name me a sports college. Somebody name me a sports
I'm not
college.
impressed, Tommy.
I don't know.
got a-
Rikers State. I don't know.
Riker, yeah, I got accepted to Rikers for.
What the fuck is
basketball.
this,
I'm gonna be-
Tommy?
I'm gonna be a regular day LeBron Jordan, Kevin Durant.
Delete your socials, Tommy.
Kevin Durant, like the
That's
actor.
2 in a row. At fucking. I shot straight.
Welcome back to the good, the bad, and the governor. Today is episode 8, Tommy. It's episode 8. We have come dressed for the occasion. Wyatt looking like Tommy Vercetti, me looking like a man from Kingsman, Simon barely making it.
So we're his
Nobody
exact-
told me we were fucking dressing up. Nobody said anything.
Yes, sir.
And it's this. Look, I got like a Yoshi tongue sticking out of my shirt. Brother. Like, look at that shit. Look at that shit.
No,
Oh
not the
my
helicopter.
God, he's slinging it.
No.
All right. So we're just gonna jump right in because we haven't got a lot of time. But we do want to mention really quick, Wyatt, you forgot to put it in the description last time, so I'm calling your ass out right now. You must go to this link.
Look at the man,
right
the brew.
here. If you want to get some cool merchandise, I'm talking shirts, I'm talking hoodies, I'm
It's
talking
so cool.
hats.
He's
Wow.
so cool. He's so.
So
And if you're-
cool.
Oh, and if you guys are wondering, what
What's
looks
that?
so different about this episode specifically? Well, it's because I upgraded from a iPhone camera to
Wyatt's
an
been
iPhone
kidnapped.
2 camera.
Yeah, so Wyatt was
Why
actually
taking
supplied with some new tech, and I'm in a new
Yes.
room.
Yes,
So
totally
everything's
legal, by the
changing.
way.
Literally, everything's changing all at once.
And
Uh,
I have a
everything's changing.
tie.
Simon,
We're
is
announcing that.
exactly the same,
Well, no, my change was ahead of y'all. I changed last week.
and
I
we're
had
very
the
proud
new
of you
room.
for
I had
it.
the room.
Yes.
Thanks, man.
But as you can
appreciate
see
it.
by the setup, you are still just the intern. We are.
Everybody's just fucking trailing my coattails. They don't know how to
trailing?
fucking. They couldn't manage a fucking target. That's
Target.
Fucking go fuck yourself.
Go fuck yourself.
Fucking. So, I work
So
with
while I eat
bricks.
this delicious angel cake, who wants to go first on?
I'm gonna give it
what we got?
to Simon since
Oh,
he is,
yeah,
Okay,
you
I'm
know,
going to eat
really
this
dressed the occasion
delicious-
wearing his exact
I'm
WrestleMania
ready.
attire.
Oh yeah, there's this. I wish I should have worn the tie for.
He has not
WrestleMania,
changed
actually.
since.
I've just been wearing this. I've been sleeping with. Oh my god, that's horrible. It's been like 2 weeks.
You've been sleeping with sirens, bro.
Sleeping
No,
with
no.
disgusting. You know, it's pretty fitting. I showed up dressed for the occasion because I wanted to address part 2 of an epic sci-fi saga. You know, everybody knows that it was a
No.
truly incredible.
Are you fucking
experience.
serious?
I have something. You know, reverse camera. I have something there
Other way.
for it. I'm just fingering the
Wait,
fingering the mouth of that
right.
worm. Yeah. I chose Rebel Moon Part 2 in Skygiver.
Fuck.
I
know, no, because
I'm
you said
obsessed.
sci-fi part 2, and I was like, he's not picking Dune, he's picking fucking Rebel Moon.
I was because like here's the thing, right? What can I say about Dune that hasn't already been said? You know, it's like everybody knows that Dune. No,
it's
you got to give
pretty
it.
good.
You got to give it its awesome, not 5th grade subtitle with another colon. The Stargiver. You got to give it that 5th grade comic book. Just that shit in the middle of math class, like that level of edginess.
What's that subtitle?
It's the Scar Giver.
The
Scargiver
Scargiver?
is one word. It sounds like the kind of thing your like 6-year-old cousin would come up with. Like if
It's
you
the Skarsgard.
it's like the Scargiver's like the bad guy. You know, it's like Dune lore,
Rob's
regular shit. My cousin's Lego lore, the Scargiver, real shit.
Scargiver.
Whatever.
Oh, go on,
I'm
tell me
a-
anything redeemingly good about
This
this
news
please.
upsets
Oh,
This
why
upsets
does it
me
upset?
greatly.
Why does it upset you so much? Why? Yeah, tell me.
Because I love Zack Snyder.
I don't. I used to.
I used
for like
to.
a minute. For like a minute, we did once. I did it when I was young.
We did once.
Once.
King of the Hill.
So yesterday, at the time of recording this, I watched Dune Part 2 again with my dad, and I thought, you know, what would be really funny if
we didn't
after
watch
watching
this.
Dune Part 2, which is unironically like a top 10 sequel of all time upon second viewing, it's like one of the greatest movies I've ever watched in my life. What if I watched like the opposite of it that thinks it is like Rebel Moon Part 2? Zack Snyder, he really thinks he's made like his Dune Part 2 with this one. Like he's hyping it up. He's talking about how, you know what, you can like the movie or not, but if you vote for this, you don't like this, you're just voting for the test groups and the focus groups, and you're all about that shit.
Yeah, man, I'm all about the test groups, baby.
I'm all about that. Yo,
How we
Garfield,
doing
the
this pod,
movie.
baby? Look at me,
The
man. I'm
Fall
ready for
Guy?
the test group.
The Fall Guy, I'm there
The
day
Fall
one,
Guy.
buddy. Actually, that looks pretty. Fall Guy actually looks all right.
It looks
I'm
okay.
all right.
It looks
I might go
cute.
see that. It's definitely better than this piece of shit because oh my god, this thing is just.
I
Here's
think
the
it was not very good.
It was pretty bad. It was really. It wasn't quite Madam Web, but oh, good Lord Almighty!
Well,
was
Madam Web
it.
is at least like fun. Like this,
Oh,
I'm
I
assuming
can
was
laugh.
not fun at all. Yeah, this was.
This
just,
is not even.
yeah.
It's funny. Like there's one funny scene which I think I messaged Wyatt about yesterday that I'll get to like later. There's one funny moment. This thing is 2 hours, and if you take away all the slow-mo, it's probably only 90 minutes. And if you take out all the scenes that are just them doing harvesting grain, it's probably 50 minutes. It is probably it is.
Jesus
Listen,
Christ, man.
because here's the thing: Rebel Moon
Sad.
Part 1.
sad news.
Rebel Moon Part 1 sucked, right? Like it was bad. It was a really bad movie. But
Yes, sir.
funny enough, it feels like things happen in that movie, which is hilarious because nothing happens in that movie either for a good chunk of it. It's just go to a planet, meet the stereotype, recruit the stereotype, rinse, repeat for like 2 hours, and then the movie ends.
Now, when you say
this
stereotype,
movie-
are you talking like racial stereotype or just kind of like?
Oh, is the Japanese girl with like the double swords and her planet was all about like culture and like
That's
peaceful, and then she turns
crazy.
into an assassin and oh man, and she's all about vengeance. Oh, I ain't never seen that one before.
That's awesome,
How about-
man.
How about
I
the
can't wait to
vaguely
watch.
native?
Breaking
I'm
down
big-
barriers here at Rebel Moon.
Yeah, man.
How about the vaguely Native American character whose whole
Thank
subplot is
you,
painting a wild
Zaddy.
beast and his spirit must be freed or whatever. Very original, Zack Snyder. Thank you very much. You know how to make good movies, Zack.
What is this accent? This is
I don't
incredibly...
know. I just got. I just keep thinking of the wagyu finger bit from the first episode. No,
No,
it's my
no.
it's my steak.
It's my
It's my steak. You cannot have it. This thing is a fucking mess. It starts off, and it's literally just a minute and a half of Anthony Hopkins re-narrating what happened in the first one. I
Oh my
completely
God.
forgot that. I completely forgot about one of the characters that it was like even in the movie. Like I know the whole deal is that this is like Seven Samurai. If Seven Samurai was dog shit, but you know it's like, I
man-
literally couldn't even remember the.
This was supposed
What?
to be a Star Wars movie. Remember that?
And oddly enough, I don't blame Lucasfilm for saying no, because if the script was anywhere
said-
near this in Star Wars terms,
They
this thing
said,
was
Zachary, we do not like this.
we
This
do
is
not
bad."
like I would rather watch the fucking Mando episode with Jack Black and Lizzo than watch this again. I'm
That's-
genuinely serious.
Dude.
That's how bad this is. The only thing Cass asked me if there was something redeeming.
Yeah.
Sophia Boutella and Ed Skrein. They
Ed
are.
Skrein?
I'm not even saying they're good, but they're trying.
Sean Spears.
Sean Spears. Yo, if Ed Skrein just like smashed Digimon Hansu with a shoot chair shot in the movie.
I'm
I
sorry,
might actually-
Digimon Hansu.
No,
I thought it was
if someone
Digimon.
did Sean Spears' entrance in a movie, it would be the most cinematic moment of all time.
Yeah, 'cause Sean Spears is
cowl
cool.
like in the chair. Like,
Oh.
Play it loud.
Like Sophia Boutella and Ed Skrein, like they're trying really, really hard to make this work. They're not succeeding because not even their fault because the writing is so fucking bad. If you take a shot, there's so many scenes where it's just like vaguely like God of War ass like Norwegian choral music singing over grain being harvested, and then it'll cut to one of the characters that's like standing up on like a rock or like a wheelbarrow or something, and they just like look up and they go like, it's like the CM Punk. It's like the CM Punk fucking. It's like
Tony Khan,
that.
like, I'm not gonna sit by here and take this fucking shit.
Yeah, the fucking.
That's how it is. Like there's in the first 30 minutes, there's like 4 different parts where it goes, we're harvesting grain. Music. Look off to the distance, cut to the evil spaceship, and where the guy goes, I'm still alive, and now we're gonna get them, and we're gonna kill them, and then cut back, they're harvesting grain. Other vague stereotypes standing on a wheelbarrow. And then cut back to the ship. Cut back to the ship. Dude, it's like the first 40 minutes of this movie is just harvesting grain. Nothing happens for the first 40 minutes.
For you.
What?
Does Ed Skrein belong on the big screen or the small screen?
I'd
belongs
say
on one
Ed
of those
Skrein.
shitty little pink TVs that you get for your 5-year-old
Shrek
sister.
TV?
The Shrek TV.
Do you think they have like a
Ed-
green screen that's made specifically for Ed Skrein?
For Ed Skrein.
The
I'd
green
say
Ed
Ed Skrein
Skrein.
deserves to be on the big screen if the big screen had a picture that deserved being on the big screen, not the small screen with green screen.
And you should also be in
iPhone.
screen.
I have taken nothing in
iPhones.
from this, by the way.
Yeah,
This
this movie just
okay.
sounds like a piece
They're
of shit,
harvesting
honestly.
wheat. The Scar
It's the
Giver.
whole movie.
Fuck.
Who is the Scar Giver exactly?
It's
like a
okay. So
spoiler.
the whole wait, why did you not watch Rebel Moon Part 1? Why? I thought you watched it. You didn't? I thought you did. Okay.
I
cares?
skipped around.
So there's
Who
this
fucking
whole
cares?
subplot that, like, Sophia Boutella's character is like she was like raised by the big bad evil dictator space warlord, not Kylo Ren, of the universe.
That's so interesting.
And
wow.
and she was like part of this coup to kill the original royal
Coup?
family. And after killing the original royal family, she like tried to kill Kylo Ren guy because she didn't like what she had to do, and she gave him a scar on his cheek. So
crazy.
she's the Scar Giver.
He's the one who
She's-
gives the scars.
Yes. By the way, there's no like other than like just they already explained that she is the Scar Giver in the first one. I don't know why this movie is called the Scar Giver because it never becomes like a big plot detail in the movie that she is the Scar Giver. They just never really explain further than that. Every attempt at dialogue in this movie is just people explaining stuff that happened to them in the past. Like there's no like these people are like, it's like if you typed into like ChatGPT, give me a fantasy character backstory for my D&D campaign. And it's just I was in this planet and my planet was peaceful. And then the Empire, the Imperium, the Mother World attacked.
That's awesome.
And they blew up my city, and now I'm sad, and I gotta fight and kill them. And then it does that.
They killed
like,
him.
whole thing. There is a whole scene. I explained this to Wyatt, where it is just them. It is. I mentioned D&D. It is just the core characters sitting around a table, sharing their backstories ad nauseum for about 15 minutes. It's just 3-minute flashback, next person, 3-minute flashback, next person, and it's like it never ends. I checked. I was 23 minutes into the movie. And then I waited a bit, and I thought, okay, it has to have been at least like 20 minutes, right? Like they have to be done. Like we have to be into like the second act. It had been 7 minutes. I was only 30 minutes into the movie. It was painful. It also ends on a blatant. I don't know if you guys knew this. This was supposed to be 1 movie and then 3 movies, and now it's 2 movies. But it turns out that it was supposed to be 3 movies, but all 3 movies need 2 parts. So we're getting 6 movies and really 3 2-part movie, so it ends on a blatant sequel bait. It has Deus Ex. What?
They made
What?
2 parts for the first movie.
Yeah, and now they're going
And
to
they ended it on another
cliffhanger. It doesn't even end on its own. It's just
from all you've described me, it just feels like half the scenes from the first and half the scenes from the second can be.
You know what's
taken
funny?
out, and could've
It
just been
doesn't
one
matter.
movie.
yep.
It doesn't even matter because those 6 movies are probably happening. Because Netflix will just greenlight fucking anything.
They will. It's weird because Netflix, they greenlight some genuinely really good shit. Like We got Blue Eye Samurai, which I talked about before, which was excellent. That was fantastic. And
I
they
did check that
remade
out after you mentioned it. It was pretty.
so good, so good. Season 2 is like on the way apparently. But then they're just Netflix is just rapidly grasping for anything they think they can make into a franchise because Stranger Things is going to end, and that's like their big cash cow right now. I think is Stranger Things.
I want to say a quick thing about Zach real quick before we end this.
Yeah,
I think that Zach is very cool. I think directing-wise, he's very good, but that man cannot write for shit. That man is
never went to
atrocious writer. That man should
That
not ever be
makes a
given
lot more
screenplay
sense.
duties.
Yeah. See,
Yeah.
I want to say. Sorry, go ahead.
Because like Dawn of the Dead, Watchmen, Man of Steel for what it's worth,
300.
Those are great movies.
Yes,
Yeah, very entertaining.
Watchmen's one of my favorite movies ever.
Great movie.
And like those happened because he was with a team of people. Not necessarily studio interference, but he had a team of writers, a team of,
he's
concept,
good at
like this and that,
visualizing other people's ideas. He's not good at making the idea.
Well, he was a music video director before he was a film director, which makes a lot of
Well,
sense.
yeah, you look at 300, you're like, no shit.
The fact that there's no why is there no Disturbed music over this? It's bullshit.
I watched some season Disturbed. I'm like, here we go back. This is the moment.
Just the 300 fucking footage.
300 with Macklemore playing in the background for some
goodness.
fucking reason. I want to agree that Zach's cool, but I said this last night. It feels like for a while, even though Zach, say what you will about his movies, you love them, you hate them. He did seem like a pretty humble dude. He was like, I just make my movies, and people like them, like M. Night Shyamalan kind of. But he's reached that Shyamalan phase. Remember that, like that age where Shyamalan was buying his own bullshit, like with Lady in the Water and.
Well, yeah, because Lady in the Water was made for specifically him, and that's why I feel Rebel Moon is for Zach. That's made for only him.
Yeah, and he's just like, and now he's, and the whole like the R-rated kind of thing. I don't know. I just think it's really cynical. It barely feels like a Snyder movie. Snyder feels like he's asleep at the wheel. Like all the slow-mo stuff feels like parody.
Well, it's also like, he hasn't worked with Larry Fong in quite a while, and that was, I think, a big component for a lot of his films, was Larry Fong's cinematography. So yeah,
and I don't know. I don't know who shot Rebel Moon Part 1.
Probably Zach.
Probably Zack Snyder. He did it all. He's like Robert. He's like fucking Robert
Rodriguez.
How he does like everything in his own
music,
movies.
the fucking
the editing, the like all that stuff. I don't know, man. It is like there are parts of it where you can only laugh at. Be like, this is like a parody. Like, what's her face? Nemesis. She's the girl with the two swords. The Asian stereotype girl. She's fighting all these dudes in this cabin, and it cuts back to her fight scene 4 times, and it's just all slow-mo. It's like, bitch, this fight ended 5 minutes ago. You're just showing me what happened before because this fight is still going into slow-mo.
Well, I'm sure at least Ray Fisher has proven that he is a legitimately good actor.
Oh, do you not know? Wyatt, he has 10 minutes of screen time in the first one, and then he dies. And then he dies.
Accountability entertainment, baby.
Accountability entertainment. And then his sister. There's 2 Deus Ex Machinas. Anthony Hopkins' robot, and then his Ray Fisher's character's sister comes in, and they just like they just like save the day at the end, one after the other. It's awful.
I am never watching this.
I'm never watching this, honestly.
I don't know what happened.
I might try to watch the director's cut, maybe, if anything, but I don't. It's not looking good.
See, that's the thing. Like, even if the director's cut is like watchable, it's fucking ridiculous that Netflix and Zach agreed to this release strategy anyway. Like, just give me the movie when it's actually good. Don't give me the
really
like,
stupid.
That's where I feel it's cynical. I feel like he's using the Snyder cut
I don't
to
know
like
anymore.
boost his own stuff. It's just this movie sucks. Zach needs to go back to adapting stuff because he's better at that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I'm going to do the classic cast like 5 sentences review.
Oh, that's good.
So,
hell yeah.
I actually think I did pretty well dressing up for today's pick, because my pick, I decided to go to a very good director. I decided to go to Christopher Nolan. I'm going back to 2006 because my
shit!
The Prestige.
Yeah!
Oh, this movie kicks ass, dude.
I always heard about this movie, and I never watched it because I thought, whatever.
Hugh Jackman. Who? No.
I watched it.
Hugh
First of all,
Jackman?
let's address the cast. Very good. Hugh
Very
Jackman,
good.
Christian Bale, Michael Caine. 3 great roles, 3 really good all the way through.
It's sad that Hugh Jackman has not worked with Nolan since, though.
Exactly.
It's weird that he hasn't, you know?
Yeah.
Like, you think he would at this point. I don't know.
Yeah, no, Christian Bale is like his golden goose. Like he's so good in everything that he puts him in. So, and what's his name? Fucking
Cillian Murphy. As well. Yeah, those two.
Yeah, I love when 2 main characters have conflicting accents. It's just a small thing that I think is really, really cool. Christian Bale is so fucking British in this movie. It's scary.
Yeah.
And I will say, I learned.
It's fucking distracting.
You stop flickering the fucking lights.
Those are Christmas lights. I put them up to make.
I was looking at the lights. Then who was flickering the lights?
Good for you. How was it?
Those are Christmas lights. I put them up to make everyone happy.
Is that right? Oh.
Deck Balls 2006.
I knew it was a movie about magic, and I was upset because as good as like
where's the magic?
As good as like Now You See Me is, where like you don't know how they do it. Like this movie just straight up just shows you how magicians do their shit. Like it's very real. It's like more about the business side and like the competition side than it is the actual magic, which is really, really cool. I got jump scared by David Bowie and Andy Serkis appearing in the movie. I did not know they were in this. It was really, really cool when they showed up.
I actually forgot they were in this.
Waiting in the tank.
Waiting.
No, like the way that it's filmed feels like a trailer. Like when you see certain like scenes, like the cameras are always changing.
Like it feels like
the dialogue's very quick. It feels like a teaser for something.
I was gonna say this almost feels like it almost is like kind of like his what's the term? Like kind of like how Oppenheimer turned out to be, where Oppenheimer's very dialogue heavy, very witty. Like this is kind of like what sort of started that.
Feels like it's leading to something all the time, which is very, very cool. Loved Scarlett Johansson as well. Every scene is like.
I'd give my life for her.
You'd think it would be boring, like, because this setting is never really played with very well. Like,
it's like what Victorian era,
like late Victorian era.
Yeah.
So it's like there's not many movies in this era. So like when you see something like this, and then it's just a cool idea having this rivalry going on, and then like you learn everything you need to know in the first like 5-10 minutes. It's literally like it's an instant click for me. I really liked it. That's literally all I have to say.
Instant click, like the movie with Adam Sandler?
Like the movie with Adam Sandler. You get it. You just get it. You
Speaking of which, my pick, click. No, I'm joking, it's not.
No. So yeah, I just sped ran that shit because like...
Magic, listen.
I got no complaints.
Magic. Not Now You See Me is the best magic movie though, right, guys? Definitely. That night, best movie of... Neither you did the bit where you walk out. Like what was
the? No, I can walk out if you want.
No.
Why, what's your pick?
All right, so I watched a film yesterday.
Yep.
It's a film from 2007. We're going all the way back. 2007.
I think I figured out what it is.
It's a film that stars Mr. Ryan Reynolds.
Oh no, it's not. I did not figure out what it is. Actually, you got me.
Cass is doing something.
But why is he boogieing? What's he boogieing for? What's he doing with Pennywise?
This is one of those cult films. I put it in the same vein as Donnie Darko, and that is called The Nines.
I Zoom called this shit. Sorry,
you fucking interrupted me right as I said the title.
You totally interrupted right as he said the title.
I had my PJs on. I'm sorry.
Anyway, so yes, I'm bringing a movie, Cass, from 2007.
Hell yeah.
Stars Ryan Reynolds. It is called The Nines. You guys heard of this movie? The Nines. Never seen this? Never heard about this?
Never heard of it.
I'm going to tell you the cast for this. I'm going to tell you the cast. Actually, cast. Don't look it up. I'm going to tell you the cast, actually. Actually, you know what, Cass? Read the cast. Read the cast for me, Cass.
Read the cast.
Okay.
Read the cast.
Don't read the synopsis, though, please. Don't read the synopsis.
You know, I got to tell you, though, real quick, Wyatt. You posted a clip from Drawn Together earlier today on Twitter. I thought it was.
You thought it was going to be Drawn Together?
That, or I thought you would watch fucking Hundreds of Beavers. I thought you would watch. No. We gotta watch that.
So read the cast.
So first of all, it's directed by John August,
who is the writer of Big Fish. He works with Tim Burton quite a bit. He wrote Frankenweenie, Big Fish, Charlie and the Chocolate Factory, quite a few films.
So we got Ryan Reynolds, we got Hope Davis, Ellie Fanning, David Denman, Melissa McCarthy, Octavia Spencer. Wait a minute.
So I'm gonna tell you, don't read too far. Don't read too far into it, because I'm not gonna say a whole lot.
I don't know nothing about this. I don't know anything.
This is quite possibly one of my favorite films I've ever seen. after yesterday.
Damn.
It is very ambitious. It is very weird. To give you an idea of how weird it is, a character at one point just starts doing a musical number, never explained, no reason given to why it's happening.
And that's the only
Just like me.
That's the only
He's
time
just
that
like
happened.
me for real.
I'm gonna bring up some pictures on the screen for the people watching at home. I'm gonna send you guys it in the chat real quick. Give me an idea of what you think this movie is from these two posters.
Okay, I'm gonna need to see these posters.
I gotta see this shit.
Where is it?
Oh,
on
yeah, it's in the
Discord?
Discord.
Yep.
Okay.
Schedule.
So, we shall put up. Simon, react to the first poster put up now.
I'm getting the vibe. This is like, you know that Justin Timberlake fucking sci-fi movie, In Time. That's what I'm getting from it. Because Why is he biting his wristband though? I don't know. It's probably like some cannibal horror shit or some bullshit.
And then the second poster is just terrible.
What the fuck is this?
This looks like Taken 2 or some shit. It looks
Take two in.
This is a Jigsaw spin-off.
So I'll give you the basic rundown of what happens
Yeah, hit me.
in the first 20 minutes, because that's really all you should know. Ryan Reynolds plays an
Okay.
actor. He plays an actor. Kind of, sort of, has this sort of breakup with his girlfriend, burns all her shit in like a grill, ends up setting his house on fire by accident, and he goes on basically a total crack binge, and he basically just like gets into trips out, gets into a car accident. Basically, he's released from jail on parole, and his parole officer is Melissa McCarthy.
Yo.
And then
Right.
things kind of escalate from there. You're not sure what's kind of happening here, and then it gets to a point after that 30 minute mark, the movie just completely goes in a direction that you have no fucking idea. It is I would equate this movie to, and I'm not saying like, I'm saying more so theme wise here, not so much like, story wise. Think Entourage and Alan Wake had a kid, and that kid went on to have sex with the movie Barbarian, and this movie is basically what happened.
That's
I'm not
crazy.
saying, yeah.
This
movie
describes
is
the
insane.
greatest movie of all time.
So-
Like,
I have
you're
to
right
watch
there.
this.
I'm gonna tell you this too. This is pre-Deadpool Ryan Reynolds, pre-X-Men Origins Ryan Reynolds. He's fantastic in this. He's an incredible actor, and I feel like he has totally just lost the plot completely.
Well,
He
he
was-
doesn't have to try anymore, right?
He doesn't have to try, exactly. That's the thing, which I kind of respect. I would probably do the same if I was in his shoes. I wouldn't try either if I was getting millions upon millions.
Free
every
guy.
fucking day.
It's just a swim.
Yeah, exactly. Melissa McCarthy. This is the best role she's been in. She is incredible in this. She is very, what's the term? Very realistically funny, because I think Bridesmaids, as good as she was in that film, it ruined her completely, because she's been female Kevin James throughout that point onward.
Well, it's Ryan Reynolds again. Like, it's like Reynolds. and
Exactly,
Deadpool,
same
where
exact
it's
thing.
Like, yeah.
And dude, she is an absolute force of nature in this film. In the middle, towards the end, because she was coming up, I believe, off of Gossip Girl at this time. No, not Gossip Girl, Gilmore Girls at this time.
I forget. I wish that she's in that.
She was in
She's
that,
so
yes.
Far away.
Her husband is also in this film as well. What's his name?
Paul
Ben
Feig?
Falcone. No, Ben Falcone.
Oh, okay.
Paul
Wasn't she
Feig,
married
no.
to- Wasn't she married to Paul Feig? I swear that
No,
was
no,
like a
Ben
thing.
Falcone is who she's married to.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Like.
He's also a director, though. But no, like I said, man, this film it has a lot to say. A lot to say about the film industry, a lot to say about studios, writing, how things work, and basically just kind of like your own self, basically, and not losing yourself, sort of. It's, again, like I said, it's very weird, and I totally understand if someone will finish this movie and be like, the fuck was that? Just give it a chance. Give it until that big scene happens that I'm telling you about. That musical scene happens too. It's really weird and out of place. I don't know why it's in the movie, but it's interesting.
Just like me. Yeah.
And Hope Davis is also fantastic too. A lot of character actors in this too. Like, people you'd just be like, oh, that person from this. Octavia Spencer also. What the fuck is she in this for? She has like 2 lines, I'm pretty sure, but whatever.
Why, don't let me drink alone.
Oh god. And Elle Fanning, by the way. Pretty sure this is Elle Fanning's first role, if I'm not mistaken.
Don't let
Let
me
me look
drink
it up.
alone.
Actually. Let me drink alone.
And
Don't
we gotta watch Not at some point. That's
I gotta talk about that movie at some point, brother. It's
Um,
crazy.
It's terrifying.
But yeah, no. Like I said, I don't want to get into a whole lot. And please don't read the synopsis, because it pretty much just tells you every twist.
I'm not
and
reading the
turn.
synopsis. I'm just checking to see if this is Elle Fanning's.
Mhm. But yeah, no. This
yeah.
was the person who directed this film. What was his name again?
Fucking
something.
John August.
Tim Burton,
John August.
Tim Burton guy, yeah. Tim
Yeah,
Burton
John
guy.
August. Only film he's directed, which is very sad because he did an amazing job in this film. Editing, the score is also incredible. I forget who the person who's scoring it, but incredible score. I might just honestly buy it, if anything. I might just buy it on vinyl. It's that good. Very piano heavy.
I figured the fact, like, I've literally never heard of this. I haven't never seen a poster. I've never seen a clip of it. It's just like
it's
an
original. This is an original score by Alex Werman.
Yes. This, like I said, it is probably one of my favorite films ever. It is an easy 5-star from me.
That's crazy.
Awesome.
It's a cult film. I've heard vaguely about it. A lot of people have just kind of said like it's again similar to Donnie Darko. It's in that kind of vein of just like, oh, this movie, this weird thing from this year, you know.
Well, like Donnie Darko's like life changing for some people. Some people think attribute
It's
that as
usually like between 2003 and 2010. Like, there's so many odd fucking films in that period.
Yeah.
Oh, and by the way, when that big turn happens, I keep telling you about, there's another turn and another turn that you literally can't even describe where this movie's
I'm
headed.
glad that
You really
you're cock teasing me because I actually want to watch this.
No,
now.
it is
I
available.
actually
By the way, for those watching at home, for those of you who want to watch this, it is available on Tubi for free. It does have ads, but the ads are placed fairly well. I will say that. But no, highly recommend it. Like I said, one of my favorite films. I think I'll buy it on Blu-ray.
All the detail, bro's like true Nines believer.
Dude, and also I will say this too. There's a few different ideas of what the Nines is in this film. One major one that I won't spoil, but there was one specific one that really stuck out to me, especially as like someone who is, you know, very much into film and wants to pursue that field. Don't look for the 10s, look for the 9s. Because the 10s, like people who review your movie, 10 out of 10, best we've ever seen, mostly all bullshit. The 9s are everyone who thought it was great, but thought it could use just a slight thing to push it further. And I thought that was very interesting. Look for the 9s, not the 10s.
Okay. I like that a lot. Okay, shit. Yeah, I gotta look that.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Wyatt always brings the heat because like Wyatt showed me A Scanner Darkly as well, and that movie is fantastic. Like
I would put this in kind of like that same league. I'd say like that Donnie Darko and the 9s are kind of on like this
I need
very
Wyatt
weird
to start
genre.
a letterbox thing where he puts like all the movies he thinks are severely underrated.
Weird,
I'll
weird
actually-
and under.
I'm gonna do that. Yeah.
You know what that means, guys? It's time to guess the Rotten Tomatoes scores.
I have no clue what this fucking score is.
Wyatt, Rebel Moon, The Scargiver. I need an audience and a
last I
critic
checked-
score.
Last I checked, I'm pretty sure this was like 9 critic score. I think this is a 9 critic score and audience score. I'm gonna say because I think like 23. I don't think it's that crazy.
Okay.
I feel like there's just enough Snyder like defenders in the audience that will boost it to like 49% audience, like not even a full 50, like 49% audience. And I know the critic score is absolutely disgusting. I think it's gone up, but I can't remember how much. I'm gonna say 17% critic score.
So Simon, that is a clean sweep from you because it is 15 on the critic score, and it's 51 on the audience score.
That it's bad when even the people who watch just like random sci-fi on Netflix, they can't even
They can't even defend it. Yeah.
That's how you know it's
So, 2006 is The Prestige. Wyatt, I need a critic and an audience score.
So I'm gonna go critic score. I think this is relatively high. I'm gonna go with a solid 89 critic score.
Okay.
And audience score, I'm gonna go with probably like probably a 90.
Okay.
I am Joker's Trick because I own the Rotten Tomatoes card game, and I remember being angry because I know the critic score for The Prestige is not as high as it should be. I know for a fact it's lower than it should. So I'm gonna say 72 critic, 80 audience.
Wyatt wins the audience because audience score is 92.
Oh shit! Okay,
So it's
I thought
gone up
Let's go, baby.
recently.
Let's go,
Okay.
baby.
Pretty cool. That was
Well, you also
me.
gotta keep
That
in
was
mind,
me
too,
putting
a lot of those
several
scores-
ratings after each other.
A lot of those scores aren't updated. Keep that in mind too.
that is
It's just
true.
whatever
That's
it's
the
showing
thing.
me.
Yeah.
And Simon won the critic score because it was 77.
Oh, okay.
Okay,
I
that's
think on
actually
the
pretty.
card it's like, on the card it's like
60
73.
something.
It's like
It's way too low
73,
for this
which-
movie. This movie's at least
Yeah.
like an 85. I love that movie.
I agree.
So Wyatt's the nines. What do you think is the critic score in this one, Wyatt?
Okay, I think the nines. I'm not guessing it's a high critic score. I think this is probably a solid, and this is how you know it's good. If like this movie that no one's ever heard of has like a mid score, I think it's a solid like 50. I think it's a 50, and I think the audience score is probably at about a 70.
Okay.
I feel like it's lower. I'm gonna say 45 critic, and I feel like it's so odd. Like certain audiences, maybe the turn that Wyatt's talking about, which I don't know about, maybe that's just too much for people, and they just like turn it off at that point.
It's
That's what
very, like I said, it's a fucking weird movie, dude. It's
Yeah.
very weird.
So I'm gonna say 45 critic and 35 audience. That's what I'm gonna go.
Wyatt clean sweeps because
Oh
the
my!
critic score is 64
Oh, okay.
Okay.
That's good.
That's
and
pretty
the
good.
audience score is 61.
So about a still about a
like
split.
like a meh.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
So yeah.
Love
it's
it
a
or hate
little
it.
bit better
Again,
than
it's a
you thought it
very
would be.
this was a very small film. I'm pretty sure when it came out. Like this was like a Sundance hit. I'm pretty sure.
I mean that second poster you sent looks like the shit you'd see in the gas station DVD section.
Oh, dude,
so, you
yeah.
know,
It makes it look like Buried 2. You know, it's like
Barry.
if you,
I'm Bill Hader. I'm so excited to show you the trailer for Barry 2.
it's like the Breaking Bad 2 thing where it just
Yeah,
comes out of the
that's what I was
casket.
gonna
And he's just like,
damn it.
I'm gonna find him and avenge you.
That will conclude our movie section. So there's a poll on the Spotify. If you want to choose which one you think is the best one,
I
please
can't.
select
Oh,
that.
I can't imagine what one's gonna win there. The Christopher Nolan auteur praised cinematic.
The fucking
masterpiece.
weird
I probably got
experimental
I
joint that
probably
I
got a
Or
free
Re- or
pass.
fucking
so-
Rebel Moon Part 2. It's
The
excellent.
nines, the Prestige, or the Scargiver.
Giver. The
Alright.
Skarsgard giver.
Oh, wait, real quick. I just remembered. I forgot to talk about the one funny part. I just want to talk about that really quickly.
Oh
It's
god.
very
So
funny.
during one of the flashbacks, one of the characters, like his whole flashback, again, it's like him and his family was like a royal, like they ran this planet, but then like they were superseded by the big bad Empire ripoff. So the king died, and then it's literally like that scene from Man of Steel where Krypton's getting absolutely wasted by Zod's forces and getting like absolutely torn apart. And except the main guy walks out and his mom's like looking out the balcony, and she just like turns around, looks at him, completely expressionless, and the guy's narrating like it's something. He's like, "Oh, I went to go get a coffee. I went for a drive," and then the fucking mom just gets up on the balcony and just fucking falls off, and it's the funniest shit I've ever seen.
Oh,
Because I was
God.
talking to Wyatt like, "Oh my god, this shit sucks," and then I look up at the screen and she's just right off the fucking end.
It's like fucking Uncle Howdy, just like fucking.
Oh, yeah.
Oh my
She doesn't go sideways. It's because, and then it cuts back to the guy's face, and the guy's face is just like. It looks like that.
Well, howdy doody, sir. Welcome to Netflix.
Welcome to Rebel Moon.
All right.
Well,
Welcome
it's
to a rat
time for DT7. You know what that means? Put the big explosion. Cody Pyro. Right.
All right.
But
What are we
the
doing, good
fuck? Bro, what that
Chair.
stool do?
It's chair.
What the dog doing?
Oh, well, it's time for
Oh.
Altercation Station.
Lock the
Yes.
doors,
So we're not
baby,
locking the doors
lock
yet; they're open.
We have a
So,
new. We're doing a new format this time with the
New?
altercation station. Something a little silly, a little different.
fisticuffs.
Instead of doing, it's the.
Fishy.
Shelby.
All right.
Baseball,
We are going to draft a match right now. It is a triple threat survival series match.
Survival
This is
series.
going to be
War games.
scary. I'm
That was gonna be like
scared.
some war game shit. Like
Yeah. So the
Okay.
way this is gonna work, we're gonna do a
That's
quick
so
rock paper
fucking-
scissors to see who goes first. Then we'll
Yeah,
do
rock,
another
paper,
one with the
scissors.
wait. Then we'll do another one with the two losers to see who goes second. We will then snake draft people, and we're gonna have 3 teams of 5, and then we shall debate who will get eliminated first and who will win the match. So there
Can
you
I
go.
clarify? Are we going off of wrestler quality, or are we going off of kayfabe? What are we doing?
Depends.
Both? Are we going off?
That's
yeah,
the
because I'm just
debate.
kind of, because I'm kind of curious. Like, are we like gonna Reddit power scale this by kayfabe, or are we gonna just talk about who
No,
we think is
we
better?
will debate if we want them to win or not.
All right, that's fair.
And
I
then
like that.
obviously if we vote the person to get eliminated first. So the way this isn't one person gets eliminated each time. If we say your team loses, that means that team's out, and then
It's
We'll
gone.
just move on. It's like war games.
All right.
All right.
We may
So-
have our little like neurodivergent talking about spots in the match moment, because that's just how we do.
You
I'm ready.
think that's gonna happen?
Okay, we gotta. So what are we? Are we doing rock paper scissors shoot or just
We'll go on
rock paper
shoot,
scissors?
And whoever
Yeah.
wins is going for.
No.
Whoever wins is going for.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. No.
Oh.
Oh, he's doing it me. He's doing me. He stole my bit. He stole my bit.
So Wyatt's going last.
Quick. Oh yeah.
Quick.
Rock paper scissors shoot.
What'd you get?
I had
Oh
scissors.
fuck.
I had
All right.
scissors. I know I was off camera, but I swear to
I
you I had
believe you.
scissors. I swear to you I had scissors.
No, we'll wait for Wyatt to come back. So we
And
need
we're
to,
just gonna tell
we
him
need to
the
kill time. Oh, we don't need to kill time.
Why
Oh.
you're last? You weren't here.
The bad at scheduling. Hey!
Hey!
Hey! You
That's my
fucking
bit.
loser. I hate
I
you!
was-
I hate you! Because of that, you're going last. Simon. What is he doing? What is wrong with
Are you really doing Sin City right now? Like,
this city that I love?
Go ahead.
You didn't
Continue.
throw it away, did you? Wait a minute.
he just starts a fire. He just starts a fire.
He's gonna the nines himself.
Shutter Island. Fucking.
Right, you go first, Simon.
My first choice. Okay. I have a couple that I'm thinking about going with here. You know what? Let's just start. I'm probably gonna take one of Cass's top picks, but I don't care. I'm picking Ilya Dragunov. he's my friend. Yes. Was he your first pick? Was he your first pick? Yeah. I knew I had to get it before you did.
This
I'm going
fucking guy,
Ilya.
man. This fucking
Alright.
guy right here.
All right. I'm gonna go with Drew McIntyre.
Oh,
That's my
a good
pick.
shot.
Okay.
That's a good shot.
Wyatt.
All right. I'm gonna go with.
Sean Spears.
Oh fuck. we're
Were you
screwed.
actually gonna
No,
pick him?
no,
Oh my
no.
God.
Yeah, we're screwed.
I'm gonna go with Braun Breaker.
Oh,
Ooh.
okay,
Well, it's
I like
snake
that.
order, so you get another pick. Wyatt.
So, and this is pretty much every era, I'm assuming, or is this just today?
Any timeline.
Anytime. Oh,
By the
shit.
way, we said this yesterday. If you pick like 97 Shawn Michaels, that means no one else can pick Shawn Michaels in general.
Right? Yeah, no variants allowed.
No
Yeah.
variants.
It's only up to you, like which current
Yeah.
version of a wrestler.
I'm
that
picking
you-
Seth Rollins and Braun Strowman era Seth Rollins.
All right. Oh
Hell
God.
yeah. No,
the worst
All
right.
Seth Rollins
So-
of all time.
My second pick is none other than. I'm be honest, man. Don't come after me for this. Dan Severn.
Oh my god!
that's so horseshit, man.
No, it's not. No, I'm going with badasses, man. Sorry.
That's so stupid.
He's fucked us because he'll actually kill someone. That's
Exactly.
I pick John Moxley.
John Moxley.
Oh, John
Yes.
Moxley.
Moxley and McIntyre. The Gaelic Shield.
If the Gaelic,
The
more
Gaelic
like
Shield.
can't say that. Challengers. But
No.
Put it up on screen. Put it up on screen now.
Put
You
the
look at that
post-
shit.
Wyatt, put that poster on screen.
That's the worst.
That
I want you to look at that
Funny
poster
shit.
right there and tell me.
Who approved this?
Who approved
This
Who
is
said this
okay.
was a good idea?
Zendaya, I'm looking at you.
Okay. Okay.
The
Now, do I
fucking,
wanna
like-
go for, like.
Yeah, Dude, I saw a clip from that movie. I'm just like, huh?
It looks pretty good.
That
I might
trailer
watch
came
it.
out like 2 years ago or something. By the
Apparently
way,
it's good, so I mean, I'll
I
probably
heard it was
watch at
great.
some point.
Everybody's saying it's great.
But like, I
so
saw
I'm
that
gonna-
clip like in the trailer, and I'm just like, oh, that's where the scene goes. I'm just like,
Whatever.
oh, okay,
Whatever.
all right, interesting.
Hell yeah.
Go on, Simon.
Okay.
Continue.
Now, how far kayfabe do I want to go here? How like Superman do I
Wyatt
want
picked
to go?
Dan Severn.
You can pick.
Okay,
Pick whatever
I'm
the
gonna go.
fuck you want, as long as
know
they
what I'm gonna go-
wrestled.
You know, there's one man. There's one man who will kick out of any move, even getting shoot knocked out by Dan Severn. And that's U.S. Open Challenge era John Cena, baby. Ain't nobody touching that motherfucker. He's gonna
That's
kill
crazy.
you.
All right, you
Ilya
got a
and
point
John
there.
Cena.
You
same
get
team.
another pick because it's snake order.
Snock order.
You know, oddly enough, Cass, you got the short end of the stick. Going second is almost worse than going last.
No, it's terrible.
When you go with that, we should have thought about that. How much more cave? Okay, I'm gonna go. You know what? I like having my underrated shouts because I picked Ilya first, but the wave on Ilya is coming up. John Cena is John Cena, obviously. I'm gonna go with the Dragon Shingo Takagi.
That's really good.
That's my other pick.
Shit.
I think I'm
Right,
also just thinking
even.
who would make sick matches. Like
McIntyre, Moxley, 2020 era Walter.
oh,
That's why I don't want
Fat
Gunther.
Walter.
I want fucking Big Boy.
I was waiting for someone to pick
shit.
Walter. I was waiting for
That's
that.
my
I
dude.
almost did. I thought about it, but
That's my dude.
All right,
2 picks.
my turn now. All right,
2 picks.
so I'm gonna. I am going with Kenta Kobashi.
Oh no! No!
Oh.
Oh no!
That was
Kenta
good.
You
That
got
was
me with
good.
that. I was like, this man's picking the worst version of Kenta. That's crazy.
That's a Chris
Nope.
quote, isn't it?
Kenta Kobashi.
I'm gonna go with Kenta Kobashi.
Kobashi.
Robin.
No.
Okay.
Wyatt gets another pick.
How many picks are we doing? 7?
5.
5.
Oh, 5. Gotcha. And I'm at, what was that? 3?
Yeah, that was your third.
Yeah, so
You're on
you've
your
Alrighty.
got what? Dan Severn,
Kenta Kobashi.
Kenta Kobashi, and what was the other one?
Who's the first one?
It was fucking Braun Breaker.
That's
Braun
it.
Breaker. Yes.
Wait, one more pick.
My next pick. This is gonna get me so in trouble with every person here, probably, and every person backstage making this match and producing it. And that is low key, baby.
I knew it.
Oh,
It was.
man.
I was like, it's either Loki or Benoit. Which way is he going?
No, he's gone.
Okay.
That's such horseshit. All right. Current day Will Ospreay is my pick.
Ooh.
Okay, that's a good shout. That's pretty OP shout. Okay.
My team is
last
crazy.
two- yeah, it is. All our teams are pretty wild. But
Alright, hit
I'm
me,
gonna go.
Simon.
Okay, I'm gonna go.
Yes.
I'm gonna go prime like mid 2000 like Twilight years Eddie Guerrero. Like when he was giga over.
Oh, like with the
that's-
hair,
that's-
like with the
like-
fucking bleached hair.
Well, no. I mean like bleached hair. You didn't have bleached hair in 2000.
Well, he had frosted tips or some shit.
Yeah, like I'm talking like when he won the WWE title, like that.
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
that
the
version
good
of Eddie
shit,
Guerrero,
yeah.
like that. And then my last pick. Fuck, this is hard. I have so many that I want to go with. I have one that I just want to do as a bit, but I actually want to win this. So like, I haven't won a single fucking altercation station yet. I'm gonna go just for pure wrestling talent. I can't believe nobody said this yet. I'm sure this was supposed to be Wyatt's last pick. I'm gonna take it away from him. Perk Angle, baby, mid 2000s Kurt Angle. Yeah.
I'm actually kind of shocked. I was.
That is a
thinking
second
about that
time
or
you
something
have
else.
twisted my fucking nutsack.
Better twist everybody's here in a minute.
All right, one more pick for both of us, Wyatt.
Alrighty, you first or me?
I'll go
It's
first.
what? It's Cass. Yeah.
All right, go ahead.
I'ma say 2013 or maybe even 2014 Daniel Bryan.
That's a good.
There
you
it
could have
is.
said Brian Danielson at any point, and that would. I can't believe I didn't think
I've
about
got to
that.
go yes era. I've got to go like proper yes movement.
If you get a counter, you got to counter Kurt Angle. That's a good counter for Kurt Angle, honestly.
Fucking-
So
All
get
right,
blocked.
I'll kill you.
y'all ready?
Oh hell yeah!
My final pick is none other than
Shayna Baszler.
awesome. Mike
Wait.
Awesome. Not the
Oh
Mike
god!
Awesome.
I almost had a stroke right there for a second. I was like,
Okay, right. So
anybody have
so
any
you're-
honorable
you're-
mentions that they wanted? Anybody have any honorable
I was gonna
mentions
say
they wanted?
Punk as a bit.
I was gonna say like I don't know Baron Corbin.
I was gonna say like ECW Punk.
I was gonna
gonna
say,
say, like,
Prime
Jay Lethal.
and- I was gonna, oh my god! I was gonna say Prime.
Hey, here, Someone do an impression.
I was gonna do like prime streak days Undertaker, like late streak Undertaker when he was turning out bangers like every single
bald
year.
Undertaker. Yeah, sure.
Yeah, no, Jesus Christ, no. Like 2006 to 2012 Undertaker, like that era of the Undertaker. And I was gonna do Cody Rhodes. I was gonna do Cody Rhodes with the torn pec.
Shawn Michaels and the Undertaker
as well.
None of us picked either of them.
No.
Okay.
Shawn Michaels.
So no one did.
Yeah.
Continue.
So I've got Gunther, John Moxley, Will Ospreay, Drew McIntyre, and 2014 Daniel Bryan.
And
Walter.
It was
not
Walter.
Gunther.
Yeah, like I have Ilya Dragunov. 20 like what was it, like mid 2010s John Cena, just to simplify it a little
God,
bit.
that's such a good one though.
Prime John Cena, Shingo Takagi, fucking Eddie Guerrero, like Twilight Years Eddie Guerrero, and Perk Angle.
What?
And Wyatt has
We have Braun Breaker, Loki, Dan Severn, Kenta Kobashi, and of course Mike Awesome. Wait, did I say Mike Awesome already?
Why just pick
Sorry, I
everybody
totally
who
just-
could
No.
actually kill you in real life?
No, he's gone with a good strat here, but here's my argument. Like, this is what I'm trying to figure out. Is the way I want to win this is I
Yes.
want to figure out if we pick the loser, if we both let's say we both agreed that I lost, right?
Yeah.
You and Simon, like Wyatt and Simon, would have to figure out which person on my team would be the one to take the pin. That's what I'm trying to do with both your
Oh,
teams.
I see,
but
like
it's
the
so
big, like,
fucking
yeah.
hard to choose who the fuck is taking this. I'm
'Cause
not
it's like War
pinning
Games style,
Kenta
yeah.
Kobashi. I'm not pinning
Also, I'm pretty
2010
sure
John
if you
Cena.
tried to pin Loki, he'd just kick out, like shoot, kick out, and just like fucking.
You have to like shoot knock him out. You have to shoot knock him out just to actually.
I think
pin
the
him.
only person on Wyatt's team that I can pin is either Mike Awesome or Braun Breaker.
You could pin Mike Awesome, you could pin Braun Breaker.
And on Simon's, it's either Dragunov or it's
I'd argue. I mean, it'd probably be Shingo.
Takagi. Yeah.
It'd probably be Shingo, but I picked Shingo because he is underrated and big match. Shingo, like when he's wrestling like regular matches, like he's good, but big match Shingo Takagi, like 30 plus minutes, Shingo Takagi is like top 10 in the entire world. That's how good
He is very good.
None
None of us picked Kenny Omega.
No Kenny, no Okada.
No Okada.
No New Jack. I thought Wyatt was gonna say New Jack as a bit at one point. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna raise an interesting point here.
Hit me.
Does disqualifications count? Because I
No.
think Dan Severn could get himself disqualified by
Yeah, but it's
shooting
a
on
war game.
by shooting on someone.
I don't think. No, we're not 2019 Hell in a Selling this match.
Okay.
We're not doing that.
Why not?
Let's also think like in kayfabe, who counters who? Because if we're going by that, I think Ilya counters Walter because Ilya's beaten him.
I just thought of an interesting way to do it. Why don't we all pick one member secretly, and then we all present it, and then we tally up who would win in that triple threat, and then whoever has the most points gets to move on.
But that takes
Something
away
like
the
that.
sum of the. You got to include the sum of the team. Like you have to like you
true.
can't just pin it all on one.
Who's
person.
got the best team? Who do you think would work the best together?
Well, me, obviously.
Because White's
Well,
got
actually, to
literally
be fair,
Alaya
I'll say
GI
this.
Steel.
I can specify one weakness about my team, is that I feel like a good half of that team would go into business for themselves. and forget about their
Exactly.
teammates.
They wouldn't like each other. They wouldn't like each other.
They would fucking
Like
hate
I'm
each other.
pretty sure Loki and Dan Severn would start beating the shit out of each other in like the first minute.
They would hate each other.
Yeah.
I
So,
picked.
yeah.
I think for the most part, all five of mine are like they have like the noble honor baby face. Like Eddie does the lie, cheat, and steal thing, but he's still a baby face at the end of the day, and he's
True.
gonna use that to his. So I feel
I
like
think
everybody
s-
gets
yeah.
everybody
I
gets
think,
along.
I think
in that
Simon
way.
has the best like overall working together, but Wyatt has like the most collateral damage. I think he's the one that got the most viciousness to
But
it.
yours has like you have a lot of just like raw talent on yours. Like you have Osprey, you have
I've got big
Moxley,
names, yeah.
You got Walter. But like how many of those guys like are we talking like current Drew McIntyre? Because current Drew McIntyre is gonna go into business for himself on his team too. He's just gonna kick somebody if they say CM Punk once. Like he's gonna kill them.
We have to debate right now.
Yeah.
Who is the first team that's going out? I feel like from what like the logic we brought to Wyatt, it has to be Wyatt's team. Because it's just so much chaos that would happen between them.
The only thing is though, like, I'm debating because it's like, if Wyatt's team could get on the page though,
that's what I'm saying. They would actually murder.
They would destroy everyone.
Yeah, exactly.
But that's why I like how you mentioned the kayfabe and also like the actual talent side of it, because like they would not get along, and I don't think it's a good idea putting these 5 in a team.
Like,
But
low key is not gonna get along with anybody.
But keep this in mind too. He could still be the saving grace at the end of the match, because you got to think. You look at low key. You look at what that man's capable of.
Yeah.
Could literally end the match within a second. It just a matter of how we get to that point. So there could be a lot of, disagreements, a lot of tension, a lot of even, interfighting, if that makes sense.
Yeah.
But if he gets that 1 second to hit that kick or that fist, 1, 2, 3, boom.
But then
This
you also
man
have
is
to take
playing all of his cards on one
he's
person.
playing
by the way.
5D chess.
And
that's
what I'm saying too. That's one possibility. And then you look at Kenta, you look at Dan
Oh
Severn,
my god.
and you look at Mike Awesome, and
But
you
I
look
think-
at Braun Breaker.
Kobashi and Braun Breaker are professionals, though. I don't think they actually
Exactly. So
try.
even if you had Dan Severn and Kent and Low Key duking it out between themselves or whatever, you'd have the lawful good over here, doing their shit.
But I feel like there's just enough physicality, like, at least for my team, I'll give my point. I think I have enough physicality across my team that, like, I feel like Dragunov, assuming Loki didn't just go into pure, like, shoot, like, I'm not going, Simon's team is booked to win the match. I don't care. I'm going to knock out everybody on the other side. If this match, like, if there was tension or worked tension, I feel like I have Dragunov, I have Shingo, I have Cena. Like, they have enough, like, durability between them and Kurt Angle as well, especially. And then Eddie's the wild card. Eddie he'll do like quick run-ins. He'll slide a chair in the ring and get somebody.
And then we have the Tongaloa run in where he just goes. I love the idea of a
Every
Tonga
time
Loa
with
run in.
Tonga fucking lower.
Well,
Cass,
I love the
are
idea
you
of just
free-
him running into a match that he has no purpose in. And
He's
just
number
doing
30 in the Rumble.
He's just punching the
It's
like he's punching
Tongaloa!
the ring. He's the savior for Jey Uso and Jimmy
Oh.
Uso, not Roman Reigns. It's Tongaloa.
Roman
Cass, you got to
Reigns.
argue for your team a little bit because
I don't think I need to argue. There's Walter. There's fucking
True.
Will
Walter's-
Ospreay, one of the best wrestlers in the
Walter-
world.
Walter has been. I have a trump card for Walter in Ilya. Ilya trumps him.
I have a trump card for Walter in Ilya. I have the exact opposite of that because they have both destroyed each other. So
But Ilya is one of the
scary.
only people who he didn't just beat Walter. He made Walter fucking submit to him. There's a difference between beating a guy and like actively breaking them down to the point where they say, "I can't fight you anymore. You're beating me up too bad."
Okay,
I'm
let me
tapping
mention
out."
my other.
You're hurting me.
I've got Daniel Bryan, one of the most resilient people in the world. Does not
true.
give up. Will
Very
continue to go. This will be an
Oh,
hour.
we're talking about never give up. We're talking about never give up.
Never
who,
give
who-
up.
Who do I have on my team? John. Okay, if John Cena's walking in this match with the U.S. title, it's fucking over for all 10
Can
of your
you
guys.
imagine a
He
War
is not
Games?
losing this match.
Can you imagine a War Games where Cena walks in and there's fucking like Dan Severn and Loki staring at him, and he's like, he's doing the face. He's like,
You drag it up and stuff. He does.
Loki's
He does the dap up where he's like kissing him on the cheek and shit, and then they just run at him.
and Loki is hitting that face where he just goes. He's doing that shit.
oh my god.
We're also going with willingness. Like, here's the thing with Wyatt's team. His team may be willing to hurt other people. I don't know how much they'd be willing to hurt themselves. Ilya Dragunov would die if it meant his team won. He would do some crazy shit jumping off the cage just to
True.
ensure that his team
Top rope torpedo Moscow.
Oh, H-bomb. No, H-bomb.
H-bomb from the oh my god.
It's just, he does
Can you
an
imagine
H-bomb
H-bomb from the cage? Like
He would
he's-
die. He would
He
He does an
genuinely die.
H-bomb. Just fucking, he does an H-bomb to Braun Breaker's head just explodes under the
Yeah, it just
under the,
is.
Here's the thing. I'm debating because, like, Wyatt has the tension thing. But I feel like if Wyatt gets on the same page, like for the most part, or he does that, I feel like I feel like I can argue for my team, maybe still beating his team. But I feel like his team, even with your raw talent, because like Cass also has the tension thing. Like John Moxley isn't going to pair well with people unless they like they're pre-established, like him and Brian, him and Claudio. He doesn't really have like if you would. Well, I guess him and Brian would get along pretty great then. But then you would have like Drew, who would be an asshole to them, and you would have like Ospreay's not going to listen to either. Ospreay just nearly broke Brian's neck in kayfabe. Fun fact.
And you also almost broke Kyle O'Reilly's neck. And he said, "No, I can't do this.
I can't do it. I cannot kill this. I'm not going to eat this little Canadian."
And Don Callis was like, "Why not?"
Just like me for real. I have cases for mine. I don't know. I'm not trying to sound vain. I think it's one of you two first. I think I have a good enough to at least get to round two.
I agree.
I don't know which one between you two. You guys can figure that out yourselves.
Wyatt.
Yes.
I cannot see Dan Severn and Loki moving on. There's no way.
I see how it is.
Brother, I've got Walter. I've got McIntyre. Like I've got
You do have a
Will
point
Ospreay.
because
You're gonna get rid of Ospreay.
Even if this was prime Dan Severn, he's still a rule man. He would only resort to the shoot if it came to it. I don't think it would come to it with Walter or them.
The people you're most likely to come to it with are the people on your team.
On my team, exactly.
Like Severn, and even...
I forgot.
So I will give you that. They could possibly at least... Yeah, exactly.
You forgot, who's your fourth? Who's your...
McIntyre, Ospreay, Walter, Brian...
Moxley.
Yeah,
Moxley, I just talked about
Moxley. How the fuck did I forget Moxley?
I gotta say.
No way.
You might be cooking.
We all cook. This one's actually difficult. This one's actually really
I do lack a lot of lawful good on my team. A lot of it is chaotic good or even chaotic neutral.
Well, the thing is, we're gonna have like this match. You know, this match will go at least 35 minutes before someone gets eliminated.
Yeah, exactly.
So let's get rid of Wyatt's team.
Damn.
Who gets pinned on Wyatt's team?
Breaker.
Yeah, that's safe.
I'm saying
that's
Walter.
a safe bet.
Either Walter power bombs him for a fucking table, or Dragunov kills him.
Yep.
Dragunov does the H4.
I can see that.
It kills Braun Breaker.
They doesn't even pin him. They just drag his body out of the ring.
He just pulls out a gun and shoots him. That's what.
Mortal Kombat X-ray move.
Oh my god, they should put Dragunov in Mortal Kombat, and his fatality is he does an H-bomb and
just fucking blows their fucking brains out of their body.
Okay, Wyatt gets the third place, but this does mean Wyatt gets to book the ending of this match.
I feel like I'm fucked.
So I'm locking the doors.
Okay. So now we're coming down to who counters who, right? Like what are our Pokemon type fucking counters here?
Pokemon go to the polls.
I think Dragunov beats Walter.
Dragon Man.
Who on your team? What reasons would like somebody else?
Okay, so Guerrero, like, what years did you say? What era?
I said like Twilight years, Eddie. Like right, like I mean, not saying this more, but like right before he passed away, because Eddie at that point he was so over, and he was legit still like one of the best wrestlers in the company at that point. Like that's how good of a wrestler Eddie Guerrero was.
I like Eddie Guerrero, but I can't imagine him beating guys like Moxley.
Okay, well you could counter Eddie.
I'll say Moxley, yeah.
I think Eddie could goad. I'm thinking of like a spot where Eddie goads Drew.
It was a bad idea picking Drew because he's like the role he's in right now would definitely.
If you had specified like 2020 like noble Drew McIntyre, like then you might have had a good shout. But I think like Eddie, I could see a spot where Eddie like goads Drew into like coming at him, and then he accidentally claymores one of his partners. Like he accidentally blasts Brian.
Ospreay fucking does a flip.
Oh my god, he does like two full. He
does two Rikishi bumps.
Oh god,
Rikishi bump.
He does a Rikishi bump, lands and flops again.
I was gonna say, yeah. Can you imagine like he does like a fucking think like the double moonsault that Ricochet does, but he just lands on his ass instead.
Oh my god, breaks it, just shatters his tailbone. Jesus Christ. Well, I'm just thinking because Ricochet double moons, like, can you imagine Ricochet doing a double moonsault off the top of the cage and landing on his ass? He would shatter his tail.
Kind of did.
Die. Well, no, he didn't. He landed on the guy. But regardless,
he landed on an ass.
Yeah, my ass.
John
What?
Cena has canonically beaten. Does Cena? Okay, Cena and Brian, because Cena and Brian,
Brian's
Can't
beaten
see
Cena.
enough.
Fuck off.
but Cena's beaten Brian.
Cena,
So
Cena,
we're
no,
into
but
the
Brian
Walter.
beat Cena later than Cena beat Brian.
Okay, fine. So Brian count. Well, okay, he's the only because there's John Cena. He specializes in overcoming bad guys. So I feel like he overcomes Drew
But
and
I
Walter.
specified. I'm just saying Daniel Bryan is definitely beating Cena because Bryan is like in that later 2014 era where he's even more better than he was when he beat Cena. So
I will also raise you this. I don't like. This was around when Brian was having a lot of his physical troubles as well. Could that play into it in any sort of
I don't
potential
know,
way?
maybe.
He was concussed a few times. He had a lot of neck injury.
Osprey
yeah.
is 100% beating Eddie Guerrero. He is. Ooh. Maybe Cena.
If it was
Takagi,
John
he
Cena,
beat Takagi, so he's
that
definitely beating Takagi.
well then again, it's the cancel. They've both. I think Takagi's beaten Osprey sooner then. If we're going off that, because I'm pretty sure Takagi beat Osprey in like 2022.
Maybe.
I'm pretty sure.
No,
like in a
Osprey
G1
beat
match.
Osprey beat Takagi at Revolution Pro.
I
shit.
forgot about that.
Get
Shit.
fucked.
Shit. Shingo's beaten Walter, so Shingo also counters out Walter.
Okay.
Walter. Shingo's beaten Walter. That was the last match. They beat him. He beat him in PWG. I
Okay,
remember
but how does
that
Seth
loss.
MacFarlane factor into this?
That's a very good question.
That's
So
a very-
basically, I have a feeling that it's gonna be a wonderful day. Oh
Oh no, sorry, guys. I gotta do it. Guys, hit the music. Hit the music again.
Wait. Get in the.
Oh yeah. Wait, hang on. Here, ready. I'll do this. Ready?
Where's this gone? What happened?
Hang on.
Do the
Hang on.
bit. Do the bit.
All right, hold on.
Yeah.
Wait.
Hit the music.
Bum bum ba bum 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 bum. Good morning.
Oh, the
Oh,
USA.
Dun,
Oh.
dun, 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 dun,
Oh.
dun, 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 dun,
Oh, no.
dun,
Stan, get out of bed.
dun, 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 dun,
Stan,
dun.
Stan, the show's started.
Okay,
Stan.
fucked up my bed.
Good
You're not supposed to see
morning.
my set. You're not supposed to see my set. This is
The closed
bullshit.
set. Dude, that's a lot of blue screen, man. I'm just saying.
Yeah,
Simon
I could.
sleeps on that.
He
a
sleeps
good
with
bed.
sirens as well.
It's a comfy bed.
That's a
Can't
bit
lie to
from
you.
earlier.
Okay.
It's comfy bed.
So, I bring back the point, Cass, of
Yeah.
sacrificing to win the match. The only person I think that would like physically bomb themselves to win the match would be John Moxley on your team. Ilya Dragunov is going to do something crazy.
Imagine Ilya Dragunov and John Moxley?
That'd
Oh my
be
God.
fucking awesome.
John Moxley like trying to choke out Dragunov with blood running down his face, and like Dragunov doing that set like that.
That would be one of the best matches of all time.
And then Tony Khan comes in
9
and just goes, 9 days, 9 days. You have 9 days.
In 9 days, I'm gonna put you in a title match in 9 days. Fuck you! Fuck you! Oh shit! Okay.
Ah, yes, sir.
Cena has jabronied Drew McIntyre multiple
No.
times, so
No.
Drew gets
Fuck.
sacked. Okay. Cena. Okay. Who is more overpowered, current Will Ospreay or like mid 2010s John Cena? Because mid 2010s John Cena could get shot with a gun and kick out.
I'd say they're about the same. They're about the
Like
same.
do they cancel each other out? Like
I would almost say Osprey's a little
We can
bit
debate
more.
this all we want, but it's down to Wyatt at the end of the day.
Exactly.
okay,
So-
can we give
why?
closing arguments? Can I give
Closing arguments real quick. You have a minute each.
I
1
think
minute each.
I think Cass has built a spectacular team, but if we really hinged a lot of why Wyatt went out on
Hinge.com.
alignment and like the infighting, I honestly don't think my team would have any infighting in it. I honestly think with the 5 people I have, everybody would get along. Cass's X factor there is Drew McIntyre. He's gonna piss somebody off, and it's gonna cost him. That's my honest opinion. I think if not for Drew, if you had somebody else, like if you had like, I don't know, fucking Kenny Omega on your team, you might beat me then. You might trump me
Omega?
then. But I think mine altogether is a stronger unit, and they can withstand more. That's my closing argument. I don't know if you have one.
Okay.
Cass.
Sorry to break kayfabe, Wyatt, but
Oh, no.
you see, Simon's team is probably the more coherent and better working together. However, my team consists of some of the biggest names in wrestling history, and I think it would be really bad for business if you were to book them to lose. I'm just saying. There's
Yeah.
a lot of money to be made if you let guys.
So
like
is
Daniel
what?
Bryan,
What? So
Will
is
Ospreay,
I have Kurt. I have Kurt Angle.
Drew
Wyatt. Yeah,
McIntyre.
he rips up his
Alright,
we have
alright.
guys like John Moxley, who obviously is very influential and does a
Yes,
lot.
I
of
have
good
John
shit.
Cena.
You know, it'd just be a real
Okay.
shame if he was to
Yeah.
lose. You know.
Yeah,
Ilya
true.
Dragunov cut his
Like-
neck in a last man standing match and bled
True.
from the face for 15
Yeah,
minutes.
Walter
And I mean,
lost
also
a
you gotta
lot
keep
of
in mind
weight.
too, like guaranteed contracts, brother. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah, we're gonna lose
yeah.
a lot of money if we let this guy win. So I mean,
all right. So let's see. Who would be the last person? in
do we both
either-
get to pick a last person in the team?
Yes, pick your last person first.
Cena. I picked
You're
John
not picking.
Cena.
You're not picking like either
Oh,
Perk
let me
or
think.
Dragunov.
Actually, let me think. Is there anybody? Okay, is there anybody on my team?
I know exactly who mine is, so you need to pick.
Oh fuck. You know what? If we are, I'm gonna. You know what? I'm gonna go. Fuck. I'm gonna. You know what? No. I'm gonna go Dragunov. Fuck it. I'm going Dragunov.
Wow.
John Moxley versus
we're pitting
Ilya
it-
Dragunov.
I'm gonna pitch you the ending now. All right,
Hit me.
the ending of this match. So basically, John Moxley does the Death Rider. Death Rider. Goes for the pin. Kick out at 1.
Yo.
Kick out at 1 happens. He picks up Ilya Dragunov. Ilya Dragunov's just bleeding. They're both just like gushing blood at this point. Ilya Dragunov just looks at him dead in the eye. He bites him on the fucking nose. He throws him against the ropes. Moxley does like the rebound lariat thing.
King Kong Larry.
Yeah, the King Kong lariat or whatever. Ilya just no sells it, gets up immediately just goes for the fucking torpedo Moscow, whatever the fuck it's called.
Yeah.
Goes for that. Gets up to the top rope, not the middle rope, but the top rope. H-bomb bang.
H-bomb bang.
Goes for it. Moxley puts his knees up. Boom. Breaks his arm. Breaks Dragunov's arm at that point. Dragunov is up. He's up to one arm. He's just up. They're both just looking at each other. And then they just both fisticuffs, just like boom, boom, boom. Just doing the Kevin Owens shit.
Are you
Just
just running in the
forearm after
bullshit?
Forearm
You
after
do
forearm.
samurai shit.
Oh, yeah. Moxley fucking just he tries to lock in like the tribal choke, whatever the fuck it's called, whatever the hell.
Oh,
that is.
the bully
guillotine?
choke.
Yeah,
bully
he
choke?
just does that
Oh wait, yeah, the like bulldog
When he
one.
when,
yeah,
when he
yeah.
just wraps his arm around.
Yeah.
I love that
Yeah,
shit.
Yeah.
shit. He does that. Dragunov at this point is just waning, just like pulls it up. One more
One,
time, and
two.
then one more time, and then
Yeah.
No,
he goes,
please.
no.
With my emotions. I don't like it.
And then Dragunov himself tries to weasel his way out of it, but Moxley instead he turns that choke into one more fucking Death Rider.
Yeah.
Oh my
1,
god.
2, 3.
Yes.
Fuck off! This is ridiculous! It's been 3 months!
Hey Simon, just get ready for 6 months.
Oh.
Also,
you'll
I'll
have
be
to
honest,
see it.
there was a point in that where I actually forgot who both of you picked, and I thought to myself, I'm just going with the flow here, and just happened to be Moxley.
Dude, it has
It's
to,
just-
it's John
that's who
Moxley,
felt-
dude.
it
If you
just-
put
it
him in a
felt
war
right.
games against guys
I
like
had
Dragunov,
picked-
that would
if
be
I
the
had
greatest
picked-
match ever.
If I had picked Cena, would he have won?
Dude, Dragunov got pinned by fucking Trick Williams. All right.
If you had
Let's not act like he's a
2010
John
John
Cena.
Moxley
versus-
got pinned by fucking washed CM Punk with a torn tricep.
Wyatt, be honest. If he had
Exactly, a torn tricep CM
2010
Punk. He's
Cena,
infinitely better.
what? If he had 2010 Cena versus Moxley, would you still pick Moxley to win?
2010 Cena?
Yeah.
I would. Just because I
Yeah.
feel like Moxley's at that level.
I feel like I cheated picking Moxley.
Moxley is that John Cena character at AEW.
You need a guy like.
That's just how
If
it
we
is.
kept Wyatt in the final, it was me and Wyatt. I would be happy with Simon booking 10-7 to beat him, or someone like Low-Key to beat him, because they're just so vicious. But like, Ilya Dragunov, I agree with him beating Walter. I can't. It would be really. It would take a lot of persuading for him to beat John Moxley.
Persuasion Station.
Orange
New-
Cassidy beat John Moxley, though. And I feel like Ilya could beat Orange Cassidy.
Well, you also got to keep in mind this was a big match. They're pretty.
Yeah.
tough.
Yeah, this is a war game.
This isn't
so
just a
like
one-on-one.
that
This is
was
a
not a
war game.
one-on-one. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
In terms of
I wish-
viciousness, Moxley will always be on top.
I kind of wish Cass picked Brian, because then you could have done that fucking Western shootout ass spot with like the torpedo Moscow or the running knee. Would have been the hardest shit of all time.
Can you imagine if
Oh,
Brian
God.
goes for the knee, but then Jaganov like leaps him and hits the H bomb as they're both
On the
falling?
knee? Oh my
That
God.
actually, no,
as
like,
they're
like
both
on his head
falling.
as they're going down.
Yeah,
oh
yeah.
my god, that would be the craziest spot of all time. Holy shit.
I win
yeah.
again. I'm the best ever.
I'm sorry to
There's
say.
a Q&A on the Spotify where you can tell us who your War Games team would be. We want to know if you could be our teams. And guess what? I have a very good idea. I'm going to put a YouTube video up on the YouTube channel. We are going to have a 2-on-2-on-2 that I will book in 2K, where we will get
Oh
all
my.
of us to pick 2 members of our teams, and
Oh
I'll put them
my.
in an actual eliminator, and we'll see who can win.
Oh
That's
my
pretty
God,
insane.
that actually
Okay.
I like that.
insane. Insane,
So-
honestly.
Thank you for watching The Good, the Bad, and the Bruv. Wyatt,
Oh no.
you know what that means.
Oh no.
Our last film.
You have 2 more films
Yep.
before the big finale.
Yes.
So phase 1 is coming to an end.
Yes.
So you need to
Reached
pull out
it.
all the stops because... What was your last film? Oh yeah, it was the...
Scriptsman, starring Darius
Scripts-
Rucker.
Scriptsman. He's in the closet.
Darius Rucker of
Scriptsman.
Swordfish fame.
Scriptsman.
So-
Alright. So I've got 51 seconds. You are in hole E.
Oh,
Here he comes.
Hole
Oh,
E.
it's Wyatt Payton.
Alright. Alright. So
The timeline comes up. Scriptsman's logo
there it
appears.
is. It's been a wild ride. We're coming to an end, boys.
Oh shit.
We are 2 films away. I'm gonna show you what one of those films is right
Oh
now.
shit.
Alright, 51 seconds starts in 3, 2, 1. Hit me.
All right. We cut to a guy. He's in a chair. Is it an electric chair? Is it a real chair? We don't know. He's tied to it, though. And then he gets up and he walks as he's glued to this chair. He
Oh,
walks
right.
towards the door, and one of the guards is like, "Hey, how'd you do that?" And he goes, "It's all in the chair, man." And he fucking whips him. He tail whips him with the fucking tail, yeah, exactly, just like that. He does that, and then he basically does like this whole like Daredevil like hallway fight, like it's this really grandiose sequence with this chair attached to him. And at the end, he goes, "Did somebody call the chairman?"
What the fuck is
And
happening?
it's revealed it's Sean Spears. He takes off the thing, and it's Sean Spears.
Oh my god!
He
So
comes
in
out on stage.
collaboration, everyone, with WWE Films, we are bringing to you The Chairman, starring Sean Spears,
Oh my god!
to the universe.
And then Sean Spears comes out. Yeah!
And this will
A
be
whole movie
a direct
with this-
tie-in into our next film, which will be the
Oh.
conclusion of this entire phase 1.
Oh fuck.
And I'd like to bring out, of course, Sean Spears, as he is right here, coming in.
There he
Hello,
is,
Sean.
yeah.
How are you?
Pretty good.
He's also still attached to the chair, too. Yeah, pretty good. Hey,
Yeah,
that's
that's
good.
Comes out in the chair.
Yeah.
A whole action movie with the conceit being the guy is stuck to a chair is the greatest fucking movie of all
Nice.
time.
And I'm also
Genius.
gonna bring out the director here. There he is. Come on out, my man. It is
Oh
none other
my
than.
god.
It is none other than Jonah Hill.
Fuck! I thought you were gonna say Paul Triple H Levesque for a second there.
No,
That's-
no.
That
Jonah Hill's
sounds like a
filming the
crazy
film.
idea for a movie.
Yes.
Holy shit.
So,
A,
yeah,
a WWE Studios tie-in?
yeah.
Top
That's
tier.
crazy.
It's kind of like how like Marvel had to share the rights to Hulk for a while, or Spider-Man. It's like that kind of thing, you know.
Yeah. Wow.
Yes.
We're
Release date
gonna...
is 2024 next week, Friday. It is coming soon. It is ready. It is in the
Oh
can.
my god.
I love it because your other movies were 2028. You're already in 2028 at this
So
point.
we have
Are
like
you-
scripts men, and then we
Yes.
have chairman.
Because remember, those are Black Label. They're not really tied to like this.
Oh,
Universe.
okay,
It's
alright,
actually tied to
alright.
the
But you're
universe.
in 2028, so you.
So we're now out of the black label.
So yes, those last 2 films were
So
Black
the
Label.
last
We're now
3
back to
movies were
regular
black
canon.
label, and now we're slightly out of black label.
But they're not
Yes.
supposed to be.
You're
connected
telling me
to
Hot
anything.
Diggity Dog and the Return
Oh no,
of the
no,
Cat
no,
was
no!
a
That
black
wasn't
label
Black
movie?
That wasn't Black Label. That's
Okay, I
what
was
it
gonna say.
Thank God,
That's real.
we've been heartbroken that we got the main story.
I think Advillain, I Can't Believe It's Not Batwoman and Scriptsman are your black label films.
Yeah, those are the Black Label ones.
Was the
Okay.
Eraser not Black Label? Was the Eraser
No,
not the
no,
original
that's
Black Label?
that's
No.
proper.
Oh, okay.
Oh
So,
my
yes.
fucking god. Directed by Jonah Hill.
Jonah Hill.
Mid '90s, brother. What a film. What a big.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right, well,
Sure.
that has been the good, the bad, and the bruv. I say once more. Oh, I say once more. Go
Oh.
to this link to get your fucking merchandise. Oh my god. We're going to put it in the description so you can click it because that link is so specific that it pisses me off. So there you go. Please enjoy
Prince
the next
Nana says
episode
do it.
whenever it comes out. Prince Nana said
He
do it.
cannot do this. He cannot buy good bad Bruv merchandise.
I'm going to beat you up and I'm going to steal your weed. You cannot do that. You cannot do that.
He cannot do this.
You can do this.
Thank you for joining us. And make sure to clean behind your teeth because
make
there are
sure-
bugs
In your teeth, just like the
in
fridge.
your teeth.
Peel
Yes.
off your skin. Do it.
Fall off your skin.
I don't like how my skin feels on my body.
Why don't you pull it off?
Why don't you pull it off?
Pull off your skin.
Do
Imagine if instead that was like Johnny Curtis saying that to you instead of Lightning McQueen.
Well, yeah,
I would
he's, like,
probably
pouring milk.
cry.
Pour
Like yeah,
milk.
Johnny Curtis with the milk specifically.
I would definitely cry. I'd just start crying.
That is one of the greatest images of all time, by the way. Is Johnny Curtis going?
Johnny Curtis with the milk. Mr. Millipede was like a dang brother to me. And I'm going to say what no one else is willing to say. America's a goddamn fentanyl
We're got the
crisis.
goddamn fentanyl crisis.
Oh god.
How have none of us talked about Smiling Friends?
We'll talk about it once the season drops. Don't
We
you?
have to do it. Can we do... Alright. Episode 10 will be the Smiling Friends special. We will literally just talk about Smiling Friends.
Didn't we say we're gonna do Bluey at episode 10? We said we were
No,
gonna do
fuck
the-
that. That's
the
episode
Bluey-
90. That can wait. That can wait. This is more important. Alright. Thank you for watching.
Bluey's gonna be
Goodbye.
9.5.
Yeah, we'll do it in between.
In between or for
Betweener.
Bluey. That's what we'll
For
do.
Bluey
Goodbye.
series finale.
Watch out for the YouTube video. Goodbye. Don't do drugs. Don't do drugs. Don't do drugs.
Fentanyl crisis.
Ooh ooh ooh. Oh my god.